Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are now on Ohio, getting closer and closer every day. We probably should be done this week. It's Sunday, the 15th. This week, we should be done. Right a week before Christmas, which is amazing. I can enjoy the holidays without, of course, reserving time uh, like I had to do during Thanksgiving, which, of course, understandable. But we have Ohio Issue 1, which would, of course, if passed, establish a Citizens Redistricting Commission. This amendment would set up a body composed of 15 nonpartisan members who would be tasked with creating fair congressional and legislative districts. Now, this comes into the wake of gerrymandering. What is gerrymandering, you may ask? And I'm sure we all know the word gerrymandering. I know what gerrymandering is, but let's go ahead and actually read the definition of gerrymandering. It's to manipulate the boundaries of an electoral constituency so as to favor one party or class. And there has been both parties tend to gerrymander, especially in deep red states and deep blue states. Like if you take a look at the United States House elections, United States Senate election, no, House of Representatives, you are going to see an example of what gerrymandering is. Probably this is a better map here. Let's take a look at a example of Democrat gerrymandering. Yeah, this right here is, of course, gerrymandering. District right up here that holds Springfield. You see what it is. Involves a lot of red counties. Even the St. Louis Metro right here, along with the blue city of Springfield in a widely conservative county for the most part. But, of course, that city, though, it's kind of conservative. Springfield, it can be a little woke there sometimes. And it cuts all the way over here. Take this constituency right here. Lots of rural land. But you see parts of Chicago, parts of the Chicago Metro and Cook County. With that there, that really, of course, makes it hard for Republicans to flip this district. This district overall has been a Democrat safe haven for years. So, yeah, by part, you pretty much cannot take this district. Like, it's this close to Chicago, if you can see that, the borderline. So that, of course, is an example of Democrat gerrymandering. They tend to really look at, of course, and all that is each party takes a look at where their strongest support is, and they take the map and drive it to that chunk of land where their most support is. Like the Democrats in this district here, they took a chunk of Chicago and Cook County to just make this district blue. You could say the same thing in Maryland. Example of gerrymandering, the Panhandle, which is generally very conservative. But you'll see part of St. Charles County is part of the Panhandle, thus said making it very Democrat. If that St. Charles County chunk didn't exist, then this Panhandle would be pretty much conservative. There would be no reason for this Panhandle to go that Democrat, seeing that the majority of this county is all red counties, except for this little area right here that's blue. So that's what really is frustrating for a lot of conservatives. But Democrats, of course, seem to really, really push their way because they whine and cry racism. You'll see Democrats gerrymandered in Alabama. You cannot say they didn't. They took the 2nd Congressional District and to the Supreme Court and say, hey, look, you're suppressing the African-American vote, blah, blah, blah. No, we're not suppressing any vote. Here's the deal. These people were democratically elected, and they get to choose the boundaries. So these African-American people, they get to have a say on what the boundaries look like, believe it or not. You'll see, yes, Black Stronghold right here. Black Belt, all of this Black Belt, Montgomery, and of course Mobile, which for the most part is conservative outwise, but in the inner city of Mobile, very liberal. And that's exactly what they did. They took the inner area right there. So Democrats have done the recent gerrymandering, like in Louisiana. Yeah, they took the big, I would like to call it the Black Trail, if you will. because it's a trail of African-American settlement all the way up to the city of Shreveport. That's exactly, and although these counties aren't really the most African-American counties, except for like Baton Rouge, along with other communities, these are a trail of African-American communities, which I like to call the Black Trail, that leads up to the Texas border, and that's exactly what they did. So Democrats are sneaky. They take gerrymandering, and here's an example of Republican gerrymandering. If you guys think I'm so biased, well, Republicans in Utah, they knew Salt Lake City is for the most part a liberal city, although it will vote for establishment candidates. But what Republicans did is they took a sliver of each chunk of Salt Lake City. They took a sliver, they divided it up, meaning that there's a Democrat portion here, a Democrat portion there. So the Democrat portion is being split up, and with the Republican majorities in all these counties right here, they don't stand a chance. And that results to these counties being safe Republican, despite having Salt Lake City a little bit. You're breaking them up. You're breaking it up, and you're taking little by little, and you wipe it out easily. That's an example of GOP gerrymandering. Yeah, I fear they might do something with Mississippi. But we gotta be ready. Or Arkansas, for example. They say the Arkansas thing is unconstitutional because the black vote goes around the Mississippi River, and they're saying, oh, Republicans, they're grabbing conservative communities over here. That's not fair. Guess what? They always whine and cry about race. I don't think race has anything to do with gerrymandering. To a point, it does, because they do make areas very blue. But Democrats will try to exploit and do whatever they can to win. And you'll see this map, very interesting. This map looks very well like the Ohio map. And yeah, Democrats like the gerrymander, obviously. They do the most gerrymandering, and you'll see most Democrat communities are supporting this, of course, proposition. Even Summit County, a county that voted for Sherrod Brown, this is exactly the same map as the Senate election, if you are unaware. But yes, 53.7% saying no to this pathetic ballot measure, which would, of course, create a redistricting commission. And then again, who's paying for the commission again? Like we've said through this whole entire video, taxpayers, right? We are paying for this commission to redistrict. And looking at Ohio's borders, yeah, I think this comes to the wake because they know this first district. Is this the first district? I don't know. It has Toledo. And this used to be very Democrat to a point. But now you got Erie County. You got this county on top. You just have, let's just see. You just have Toledo, which in Lucas County. And that's the only Democrat county in the district. While Erie and Ottawa, Sandusky, Wood, Fulton, Henry, those counties are becoming more conservative. This ultimately comes into the wake when Donald Trump won that district. He absolutely won that district. You'll see that district. Marcy Kaptur came out very close, and maybe we would have taken her out if it weren't for Tom Cruise, who was taking votes from Derek Marin, 41.1. That's annoying. But hey, you know what? We have a good chance of taking out Captor in 2 years. I think this could ultimately help us keep the keep the House. But yes, you'll definitely see there. There's also a little bit of Republican gerrymandering in Cincinnati. You'll see they had influenced it not to look like this. They've decided to put a red county, and that's Warren County, into that Cincinnati area. Warren County is a very conservative county, very populated. He even voted against the abortion ballot measure. So Republicans did put that there. So that's probably what they're probably thinking about. And Cincinnati, the district over there, yeah, it's blue still, but it's not as blue as you would think. It's actually, to a point, kind of compatible, 45 to 45. It's a 10-way margin. But if you take Warren County out, it'd probably be like 80%. or you'll see District 3, 71%. But you get what I'm saying here. But obviously, the district that supported this ballot measure the most, Franklin County, 65%. Franklin, right here, that's holding Columbus. While no is getting the support of Putnam County. And wherever Putnam County, it's part of that conservative area, 82% in support against this ballot measure, as it was clearly offering. So anyway, this video was an interesting video. We got to talk a lot about districts, but what do you guys think about Ohio? Is Ohio's districts need to be changed? I'll tell you, the districts in this district right here, let's see what that district's called. We should look up here. That district is District 9. I pardon myself. That is District 9. District 1 is somewhere else, but District 9 is a very competitive district, and we should try to win that in the midterms. And it definitely will and can go Republican. It went to Trump by a sizable margin because Toledo, Lucas County even swung kind of right too. Yeah, it's just Toledo there that's really, and I think Toledo is a big college city, and that's overall is preventing Trump from making gains. But apparently when you have these red counties across the coast, it's really going to benefit Trump. But what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below, and as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.